Hey everyone, welcome to a very special edition of The Wedge. Why is it so special, you ask? Because we are here at my social club, Vapor Central, to hang out with an incredibly influential band, the Black Lips. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why is this band so influential? Well, they're on Vice Records, they've toured the world, brought punk garage rock to so many people. I'm looking forward to sitting down with them, talking about it, and catching up with them because they're, well, my good friends. I love these guys. Toured with them, played with them all around the world. So come on in and sit down and get ready for a fun chat with the Black Lips on The Wedge here at Vapor Central. And I'm just gonna go in now. We've been friends for a long time now. We met, I think the first time at South by Southwest, like 2007?
Yeah, that was 2007, because that was our
Vice year.
Yeah, that was our first year with Vice doing it down there.
The Vice. But we'll talk more about the past in a second. I want to talk now about the present day. I want to talk about present day controversies. I want to talk about the beef with the King of Toronto, Drizzy Drake.
You know me.
What give us?
Well, we got a call from Drizzy Drake's people, and they said we better squash our mouths, shut it up. But we're in T-Town, and we're ready to beef it up.
Remember? Never loved us.
But we saw that your Drake boy was front row with the lint roller. Jay-Z's out there with the fondue plate, and your mayor is up in the nosebleeds. What's up with that? Why's the mayor got the bad seats?
Well,
Drake's got the keys to the city, though.
On my worst behavior, no. They used to never want to hear us.
I wouldn't even let the mayor in. You know, I would have been like, hey, sorry, Rob. It's like, you know, this is a dry party. You know, you can drink, but not that much.
I would love to drink with your mayor.
Didn't he get, like, tossed out of a baseball game?
He's been tossed out of several sporting events.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, like hockey games, and he was kicked out of a hockey game most recently, unless there was a baseball game I'm not aware of. But
he's still immensely popular, though.
Well, that's the thing, is he's the first probably Canadian mayor ever that people in Atlanta would have ever heard of.
Yeah, him and Drake. First we heard Drake, then we heard of your mayor second.
Man, never loved us. Worst behavior.
Here's the thing I gotta say. Drake and Mayor Rob Ford are people that Americans think are cool. And prior to this, there were no real cool Canadian celebrities. So you think,
oh no, that's not true.
Who's a cool Canadian?
Great comedian.
No, not comedians. Musician.
John Candy. Oh, he's not.
Okay, let's not count them. Mayor, I'm joking about. Neil Young, though, but like, okay, Neil Young, maybe Neil Young, but since Neil Young. Guess who, maybe?
Oh,
you're gonna say
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Oh yeah, but that's
Bieber.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, not necessarily cool.
Avril Lavigne, Nickelback.
Yeah, exactly. Michael Bublé.
Stomping Tom Collins.
Well, that Connors.
Connors, yeah.
Tom Cochran. Tom Cochran. Tom Collins is the cocktail. Yeah. Well, we're in Vapor Central and we're getting weird. Here's Drake on The Wedge.
Worst. Never loved us. I'm on my worst behavior.
Welcome back to The Wedge, everyone. We're here with the Black Lips. Guys, I wanted to talk to you about, I want to talk to you about touring and playing places that I think would be really interesting to play. The Middle East. What was that like touring? What parts of the Middle East? How was that experience? Where did you go, first of all, and what were the shows like? What are the kids like?
Really not. It wasn't all that different from any regular tour, because we were a lot of time in transit, and you get to a hotel and you get to a club, and there's kids there that want to see the show. But I mean, aside from that, it was amazing. We had, for the most part, kind of bigger audiences than we would go to. Usually we would to a place we've never been before, especially when not many other people had ever heard of us. But yeah, we did like Egypt, Iraq, Lebanon, Jordan.
Where'd you play in Iraq?
We played in Erbil up in Kurdish territory in Iraq, and we played a cultural center, like a community center where kids go to learn music or poetry or calligraphy, anything like that. And some British person who was of Iraqi descent was helping out there and got us a show last minute. Plugged straight into the PA. I played with Cole's luggage as my bass drum and sat on a log and pulled my snare on that. It was really cool. Most of the old folks who were there, they left shortly after our second song, but the kids stuck around, seeing the first ever punk rock and roll show brought to them live at the Cultural Center.
That's amazing. Do you guys ever like get caught up in the fact that you are in, like, a lot of times there's a colonial aspect to bands going places, but like in this case, you legitimately are people's first exposure to punk rock, to you know, like kind of like outsider rock and roll.
Well, it was interesting because the kids would start dancing like crazy. Like we played this one show in Alexandria, Egypt. It was at a sushi restaurant, and all these teenagers came. They were like part of a skate crew. And they were like, they had never been to a rock and roll concert before, and they were like starting to learn to mosh, and they were just trying to, they had never done that before, so it was like, that was their first punk show ever, and like they had really no idea about like bands going around and playing shows.
There's kind of something amazing though, it's like the universality of punk and rock and roll, that you can be like anywhere in the world, and there's still like that shared experience kind of vibe too with most of the places.
Well, anywhere we've ever played, it's like there's not really that much of a difference between Japan and Florida or Venezuela. It's, yeah, or the kind of people that want to go to a show and have fun and have that release, like pretty much act the same anywhere. You got the same urges and the same, you know, you all want to do the same thing, just have fun.
Well, here is your friends, Deer Hunter on the Wedge. So, first show you guys played in Detroit, I think, was with the Deadly Snakes. Am I wrong in this, or am I correct in this? Maybe. It was an early show for you guys.
I think it was the first one. At the Lager House, it was us, the Piranhas, the
Hunches.
The Hunches, yeah.
Oh, Portland Hunches. We played with the Hunches too.
It was an amazing show. The Deadly Snakes actually taught us one of our first tricks, like in this, you know, in this business. We didn't know that you could ask the bar or the club for a food buyout, because we were always hungry and couldn't like really eat much. And the Deadly Snakes were like, "What? You didn't get your food buyout?" And we didn't know those existed. So that was like our first insider tip.
That was the exact story I was going to ask you about.
They also said our van smelled like farts.
They said the Canadian government bought their van. We were like,
Yeah, they also told us that the Canadian government pays you to be in a band because they think it's cool.
we were like, these guys are so smart and awesome. Like, damn it.
No, not if you're in a band called Up until you win the Polaris Prize.
Yeah.
Damn.
Here's the Deadly Snakes on the Wedge.
I can't sleep and I can't get out.
Do you guys want to stick around?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Stick around like Sticky. Ooh, you don't want to know.
Would you want to have a request, maybe?
Like, we make a request?
Sure.
Yeah, I like request.
Well, you have time to think about it, because we'll be back after the break. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wedge. Thank you very much to Vapor Central for having us. Thank you very much to the Black Lips for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having us.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks for taking us here. It was nice hanging out with you.
It is a pleasure.
oh, well, before you go, you got to work for your supper, and we're going to make you have a request. What video would you like to see? Program the show.
Well, we talked about it, and we'd like to see a video, we'd like to share a video with y'all from an artist called King Khan and the Shrines. King Khan's originally from Montreal, but he now lives in Germany, and they're a Berlin-based band, but they're awesome.
Well, we won't hold that against him. No, I'm just kidding. Here's our friend. That's right. I put myself in this throw too, because that's what I do. My name is Damian, and I'm a show off for you. We'll see you next week on The Wedge. Thanks, Black Lips, for hanging out.